Janie Lane, who it's so many years later, but I still want to say to you, I'm so sorry for your loss. And
thank you.
It was recently, right? The anniversary of his passing, I believe, on the 11th. And I'm wondering, how do you feel today? Do you? I know it's such a difficult question or a broad question, but looking back on it at this moment, do you look at it more back fondly, or is it still maybe frustrating knowing that, if he only had beat these demons? Like, how do you look back on it now?
I mean, honestly, I look back on it like, with a lot of regret. Like, I wish I would have handled things differently or had seen things for what they really were, which was like somebody asking for help, instead of like an ex-wife being annoyed by her ex-husband, asking her for, just stuff like that. Like, now that I'm more mature and know the things that I know now that I did not know then, I wish I had been more aware of certain things and was more knowledgeable of things that had transpired with him. And, because we went through a while there where we were bitter and, but then we were friends in the end and we were very close in the end. And that's when I came to learn a lot of things that I never even knew when we were married. And, devastating. Like, I was just like, I never knew this shit, like, oh my God. Which made so much sense. I just cried the whole way home thinking, God, I felt so bad. And, alcoholism is a really, like, my dad was an alcoholic. I never quite understand it because I don't personally like it, and I don't like the feeling of feeling out of control. I have done drugs in my life, but I've always wanted to at least seem like I had shit under control, but definitely never wanted to disappear or like just fade into existence like people do when they drink out of things that are hurting them, right?
Yeah.
Instead of celebratory. And it's so hard to understand when you see somebody with so much talent and so much love and so much admiration and so much going for them and all this stuff that they've accomplished and beautiful children. And you're like, why are you so sad? What is the problem? But it's all the things that, that they've been, suppressing and hiding and not talking about for so many years that eventually eats them alive, I think. And, or the things that have humiliated them that they don't want to discuss and are traumatized by. And as men, it's so hard to, to feel that because I guess, y'all are raised like, don't cry, that's weak, that kind of thing. And he was definitely raised in that environment for sure. And it's just, I feel like it's just hard for, men to be able to feel and be themselves and say what they want to say and actually have humility and not seem weak and be respected still and be able to move forward and be okay with the shit that happened and change and grow from that. It's very hard, I think. And it has a lot to do with people's upbringing. So, yeah, there's just so much that I didn't learn until later on that, I wish I had known, and then I could maybe have been more of a help or a voice of reason. Who knows? I don't know. But, yeah, I wish things would have been different. I wish I could have done more. I wish he could have felt comfortable being open and talking about things much sooner. I wish he were still here for my daughter and her sister and, still making people happy because he was a good person.
Yeah.
He was a good person. And he just, had traumatizing PTSD from shit that had happened to him and just didn't know how to deal with it. And that's unfortunate. It sucks because, talent gone and people just took advantage of him and used him and lied to him and led him astray and didn't want the best for him. They wanted to make money, and that's the shitty part about it.